All right, welcome back to Brain Fit. This is the last part. It's also going to be the longest part. And so we are talking about how to keep your brain healthy for throughout your lifetime. We know that we laid a foundation that there's way too many people being sick. This is the sixth leading cause of death in the United States, and it kills more people than prostate cancer and breast cancer combined. And more kids are having problems. More people are having stress and brain fog and degenerative illness and all these other problems. So we've already kind of covered that. Make sure you go watch parts 1, 2, and 3. And so we're going to finish this off with the most direct instructions that I could ever give anybody for maintaining a healthy brain throughout their lifetime. And so let's get going. You've got to work on and understand that events, life, stressful, absolutely stressful, but it is so important to remember that stress is created by our reactions to situations themselves. It's not necessarily the stress that we're going through, but it's our reaction. It's how do we handle the 14 phone calls that happened today? We got bombarded. Are we going to handle those with a mature attitude? With understanding that I'm going through the fire, but I'm going to be able to get through it. The truth is that stress, it's in your head. Stress is in your head, and putting life's ups and downs, you put them in a proper perspective. It is the key to coping with mental health and the effect that mental health has on our day-to-day lives. How can you turn a burden into a blessing? How can you turn something so bad you missed your plane flight? Oh man, I missed my plane flight. What now? There's a lady over there. She looks like she's lonely. She's older. She has experience. She may have a story to tell. She may have lost her son today. You may look just like her husband or just like her son, and when she sees your face, it may change her reality for the day. It may give her the biggest blessing that you could ever imagine. So those little burdens that you're going through, those little hard things that you're going through, how are you going to turn those into a blessing today? How are you going to love someone to absolute death today? Turn a burden into your blessing. Turn the focus of your life into something positive. Zig Ziglar said that we concern our minds with or worry about never comes about, causing unnecessary stress and sickness. And the research says this, that the reliable estimates of things that people focus and worry about, 40% of the things that we worry about, they never happen. 30% of the things that we worry about and we stress about already happened. 12% are needless worries about our health. 8% of the things that we worry about, legitimate worry, legitimate concern. 92% of the time, your worries are just real estate that's taken up by Satan, real estate in your brain that's taken up by worry that's already happened that you can't change anything about. It causes you painful stress, mental anguish, and it costs you time. It costs you valuable time in your life. And so change your focus. You want to wake up early. And so if you're writing notes today on this stuff, write this down. Wake up early. Get ready for the day, not for work. Get ready for your day, not for work. The work is only a part of my day. I've got two jobs for me, right? I've got work and I've got my family, which is my number one primary job. So I've got to go through all of my 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever I'm going to work, and then I'm going to go home and see these children and my wife, and I've got to have enough energy for her. So I've got to wake up early. I've got to prepare for my day. On the drive to work, I try to listen to something uplifting, upbeat, or something relaxing, not stressful, not the news, because that's stressful. Take an alternate route to work. I recommend that if you're caught in your day-to-day monotony, take a different route to work. If you're trying to break a habit, you've got to change your pattern. So change your route to work. Change your route to going and dropping the kids off. Take your breaks at work. Don't work through your breaks. You're not going to get paid so much extra that you don't need that 30-minute hour break. You need to take your break. And if your boss won't let you have your break, then that's illegal. So you got to take your break. You want to, instead of drinking coffee, you want to drink water and hydrate your body. Coffee dries you out. It's a diuretic, and so you are gonna, when you drink coffee, you're actually needing and requiring more water. And just as you plan your work, plan your time away from work. At the day's end, leave work at work and enjoy your life. This is the hardest thing for me, is to step away from the passion of my life and working and serving and loving people and changing their lives and turning that off and turning the rest of my life on. And so you got to enjoy life, enjoy the time, and take the time to play and plan to play. You've got to stop talking so negative about yourself. And so instead of saying, "Hey, oh man, we got to get this," or "Man, I have to go over here," or I hope I can that day," or "I should have practiced more," or "I wish that this would have happened in this situation," then you've got to change the way that you talk to yourself, and even if you're just lying to yourself, that's okay too. We call it faking it until we make it, and so just trying to be positive until you actually turn into a positive person, saying things like, "I see myself doing this. I've done my best, even though I didn't place first. I really did. I really practiced hard." But you can't listen. You can't say that if you really didn't. So you got to put the work in, and then in the end, have a little bit of. You can. It's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to walk around with like, I know who I am. I know that I work hard, and even though that dude doesn't work as hard as me, and he still wins. I have put in my all. I did my all today. And so I've done my best today. You've got to talk yourself into it. You've got to listen to your favorite music. I want you to prioritize your time, break up your life into certain areas so that you can focus on it at the time that you're in that part of your life. You want to take a nap if you're getting tired during the day, that's okay. If you don't have a hobby, you want to find a hobby. You want to find something fun with your life to do. And then, this quote, I love this quote. And so I focus on what I want, not what I don't want. And so I focus on the things of heaven. I think I focus on people healing and people becoming miracles in this place. I focus on the good, not the bad. And so same thing for you, and that's what we want you to do is don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want. Focus on on not even getting what you want, but just focus on, like, I want peace. I want to be happy. And so literally gotta focus on being happy. And so life and Satan, whether you're a spiritual person or not, your life is going to want to rip away your joy, and so you got to protect it with all your might. Protect your joy and your happiness with all that you can, because the world wants you to be stressed. And the very final thing that we'll talk about is that a healthy structure is vital to a healthy, stress less life. And when aligned and functioning properly, your brain and your spine ensure communication between every single cell, tissue, and organ in your body. Interference in this pathway causes innate stress, causes not just stress that you know about, stress that your body is dealing with that you don't even know. And how do you reduce your body's ability to be healthy and adapt to the environment? You don't take care of the communication superhighway that is the spinal cord. The brain and the nervous system control function and healing and energy in the body. This is your superhighway, and we know what a normal x-ray is supposed to look like. I know what a normal spine is supposed to look like, and this is not it. When you look at a normal spine, you want to see something like this on the top, where at bare minimum the head is approaching and coming over the shoulders. You see this child with this forward head posture. What this is doing is causing internal disruption, somatic afferent bombardment, bombarding his brain internally, causing attention problems, causing ADHD, causing intense headaches and stress and neck pain, and all this comes along with this kind of posture. Text neck destroys the brain-body connection. In fact, that this research is all over the world. Over the last year, we've become known as the group or the population of people. We are the generation that ruined our spine and our posture, where our children are growing up with these horns on the back of their heads. And man, I know I get passionate about it, but dude, it's got to stop, because this radiation pain, not moving your head, not being able to squeeze a cup, not being able to write a note, not being able to cook or bake when that's your favorite thing to do, but not being able to think straight because there's so much stuff going on inside of your body. This is not just this lady Sharon. This is all kinds of people all around this town, all around this country. They have these things going on. These subluxations causing severe damage to their spines and to their organs on the inside. How do you deal with this? You get to a corrective care chiropractor, a chiropractic biophysics doctor, a maximized living, clear institute doctor, someone Pierce results. There's all kinds of different techniques, but you've got to get to a doctor that is going to help you to communicate better. Listen, I don't care if you eat good, if you've got pinched nerve that's choking off and damaging your small intestine is going to die. You're not going to be able to absorb nutrients, and you're going to get sick. And that doesn't happen, and that doesn't get checked at your medical doctor. It doesn't get checked by the pediatrician. This gets checked by a corrective care chiropractor, a family doctor. That the focus is in on that. I don't focus on. You're never going to come to victory and get a prescription for a drug. You're going to get a prescription on how to get healthy and to maintain your health for the rest of your life. That's it. The subluxation, these misalignments in the spine, destroy health from the inside out. So how do I start taking care of this most important connection? You got to counteract the negative effects of sitting. We sit way too much as a human population. You got to request, if you work at an office, you want a standing desk. I get all of my employees this. They all have a standing desk. You want to take more breaks if you need to be able to stand up. You don't want your printer right here beside you. You want it on the other side of the room, so you have to get up every now and then. In your way to work, on your way home, on your way to break, or your way wherever, take the stairs, take the long route, park at the end of the parking lot so that you're getting a little bit of exercise. But listen, if you're not able to do this, then it's not right. You've got to be able to have the 8 to 12 hours that you're at your workspace, at your desk. You need to be able to not be in this forward head posture. It's just so terrible for you. And then finally is that God put amazing healing power in your body. The very first system to develop, your brain and spinal cord. And the most important system in your brain, in your body, your brain and spinal cord. And the thing that degenerates horribly, the thing that robs so many people, 6th leading cause of death in the United States, brain problems. You've got to take care of it. You've got to take care of it. You know, Steve Jobs said that he wished he would have realized just how naked that he was, meaning that he was reminding us that our insecurities are just those, our anxiousness, anxieties are already out there. It's already exposed. Just be you. Just try to be you. Stop stressing yourself out to be somebody else. But even Steve Jobs, as much money as that guy had, he could not save his life from dying from cancer. Whether it's cancer, Alzheimer's, or misalignments in your spine, it's causing and wreaking havoc in your body. And we want to help you do that. And so if you're not a patient of ours, we'd love to be a patient. We do virtual doctoring as well. So if you're from California, or you're from Montana, or even across the globe, I would love to talk to you in person. We can do a Skype, we can do FaceTime, anything like that. Or even better, fly into Knoxville, Tennessee. Call the office at 865-357-2600 and schedule an appointment to be able to come and see and get a prescription for living healthy. We love you guys. Hope you've enjoyed this. We're going to come back next week with Next Generation, a 4-part series on getting the younger generation, this next generation, healthy. Have a great day. We love you guys. You've been watching and listening to Dr. Jake from VictoryHealthCenter.com.